अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो नमः। अधुना श्चुत्वसन्धिः चर्च्यते। श्चुत्वसन्धिः श्चु इति नामकः। श्चु इति प्रत्याहारः। An acronym for SCHU is the the abbreviation for sh, cha, cha, ja, jha, nya is this SCHU. SCHU represents the second row as well as the letter sha, the talavya sha, that is called. Now this represents the talavya sha, the smiling one sha, and chu is cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. All of that come under SCHU. So Shchutva Sandhi, why is it called that? That is because the parinama, the resultant is the SCHU varnas. Hence, the Sandhi which results in the SCHU varnas is called the Shchutva Sandhi, the presence of SCHU. The Purvakshara here is any of the set represented by stu. Stu is a set which says sa, and the the fourth row. Tu is ta, tha, da, dha, na, along with the letter sa, form the set stu. So the purva can be any element from this set. The para is any element from the SCHU set, which means any element from sha, cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. Be careful, it can be any element, any element. The parinama, the result is that the purva, now this is again a purva desha, which means it substitutes the purva. The para does not change in these cases, be it the jashtva sandhi, the chartva sandhi, or the shtutva sandhi, and also even in the coming shtutva sandhi also. And the para remains as it is, while the purva changes to its corresponding SCHU varna. What does that mean? If you can remember the Vyavastha 1, we had mapped in a table ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, cha, cha, ja, jha, nya, one below the other. Ta, 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 da, dha, na, ta, tha, da, dha, na, pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Right? So this correspondence here in this context means that you have to convert it to the letter just above it, which means in that table, if you remember, the ta is the fourth letter of the first column, and the cha is the second letter. The first letter of the first column. The second, I'm sorry, I have confused. The stu is the fourth row, SCHU is the second row. So the parinama, the result is that you change the fourth row into its corresponding second row. That is what is called SCHU with the asterisk of the purva. The stu, now sa changes to sha, ta changes to cha, tha changes to cha, da changes to ja, dha changes to jha, and then na changes to nya. That is what the correspondence says. When you map the second and the fourth row, the letters correspond to each other. So ta is the fourth column, the fourth row, first column. Cha is the second row, first column. 2, 1, 4, 1. So 4, 2 will map to 2, 2. The second row, second column, which is cha. Let me show that with an example. Manas and cha. Sa is it belongs to the set stu, okay. Para is cha. Does it belong to the set SCHU? Yes, because cha is an element of the second row, chu. So it becomes manas and cha, okay. So what is the parinama? The parinama says that change the purva, the sa, to its corresponding SCHU varna. To its corresponding SCHU varna. What does that mean? Sa, being the avargiya vyanjana, will map to the corresponding avargiya vyanjana of SCHU. What is the corresponding avargiya vyanjana of stu? It is sha, right? Because sha and sa are not put under the vargiya vyanjana. So manas changes to manash, and then cha remains as it is because the para is not affected. So manas changes to manascha, manascha. Another example to demonstrate my point. Tat and jrimbhate. Ta is the purva, ja is the para. Ja, does it come under stu? Yes, because it forms the second row. It comes under the second row. Ta, does it belong to stu? Yes, because stu represents the fourth column, the fourth row and the varna sa. So does it come under the fourth row, the tu? Yes, it does. So operate the Shutva Sandhi, which says change the Purva to its corresponding Shtu Varna. So what is the corresponding Varna of Ta? How do you map Ta? It is 4, 1. Fourth row, first column. Change it to its corresponding, which means don't change the column number. Change only the row number to the Shtu 1. So 4, 1 changes to 2, 1, which is Cha. Tat becomes Tach. Tach jrimbhate. Tach jrimbhate. Ja does not get affected. Now, is this the final product? No, it is not again. Again, another sandhi can operate here, which is that if you look carefully, ja actually falls under two categories. One, it is an element of the varna of the set stu, correct? Because it is the second row. It is in the second row, okay. But it is also a mridu vyanjana. It is also a mridu vyanjana, right? 3, 4, 5 hayavaral. 3, 4, 5. Now, ja is the third column. So it comes under the mridu vyanjanas. And you see here, fantastically, you have cha being the purva, which is a vargiya vyanjana, 1, 2, 3, 4. So go back to the Jashtva Sandhi concept, the table. And on popular demand, I have changed the Jashtva Sandhi to this table here because people wanted me to add the swara also here and not just in words. I've changed the Jashtva to Hash, the Mridu Vyanjana or a swara. Okay. And I've given you some more examples to demonstrate how a swara is used. Now coming back to the point, in Jashtva Sandhi it says 1, 2, 3, 4 is the purva, okay, and the para is any mridu swara, and it can be any mridu vyanjana or a swara. So the parinama is that you change the purva to its third letter, the third column's letter. If you do that here, it becomes tach, changes to taj, right? Cha changes to its third equivalent, which is ja. It becomes taj jrimbhate. Taj jrimbhate. So the final product is taj jrimbhate. How do you know if it is the final product? Because after it changes to taj and jrimbhate, no other sandhi of these 12 external sandhis operate. So you have to just, when there is no sandhi, you just do the mela. You just combine ja with ja. It becomes taj jrimbhate. But is that the sole result of chutva sandhi? No, it is not. The end result of chutva sandhi is only till here. Tat changing to tach is all that chutva sandhi concerns about. But tach changing to taj is the domain of Jashtva Sandhi, right? You can copy these tables and memorize them. Okay, so Jashtva, Chartva, Shchutva, and the coming tables as well. Therefore, people would erroneously write this the result as Tat Jrimbhate becomes Taj Jrimbhate. Taj Jrimbhate. Final product is Taj Jrimbhate, I agree. But they will put it under the Shchutva Sandhi, which is only partially true. First, the Shchutva Sandhi happens, and then as a result of Jashtu Sandhi operating, it becomes Taj Jrimbhate. Taj, the third letter, Taj Jrimbhate. So the writing it as Taj Jrimbhate as the sole result of Chatu Sandhi is wrong. It requires two sandhis to arrive at that conclusion. Here, Kshuddh and Shita. Kshuddh, Shita. Is it the element of this set Stu? Yes, it is the fourth. It is in the fourth row, so it belongs to Stu. Okay. Is the para any of these elements of Stu? Yes, because it contains Sha. Yes, it is an element of Stu. So do the Shtutu Sandhi. Change the Dha. Now, what is the mapping of Dha? What is its index? 4, 4. Right. I strongly recommend that you go back to the Varna playlist and familiarize yourself with the Vyavastha 1. Right. Unless that is done, these sandhis will not make any sense. Or even if they do make any sense, you will not be able to handle them quickly. So Dha is 4, 4. Change it to its corresponding, which means keep the column heading same, or you just move vertically upwards to the second row. So 2, 4 is what? Jha. So Kshuddh changes to Kshuj. Jha. Dha changes to Jha. Kshuddh changes to Kshuj. Shita. Alright? Kshuj. Shita. Now some people would argue, no, this is not the final product. But that is in the advanced stage after you know the another sandhi called the Chartva and the Chatva sandhi. Now again, Chartva sandhi says having a Vargya Vyanjana 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Purva and having a Karkasha Vyanjana in the Para, change it to its first one. Right? From the previous video, I hope that is understood. So Sha is the Karkasha Vyanjana. Yes. So Sha not only belongs to the set Stu, but also belongs to the set of Karkasha Vyanjanani. Hence, another sandhi can come into play, which is the Chartva sandhi, and convert the Jha, which is a Vargya Vyanjana belonging to 1, 2, 3, 4, to its first letter. See, it changes to its first letter, which is, what is the first letter of Jha? Of a similar letter of Jha, the first similar letter is Cha. So it changes to Kshuch Shita. Kshuch Shita. And it does not stop there. In the coming videos, we also learn of the Chatva Sandhi, which I'll show you in a moment. This, where if the Para is the Sha, another Sandhi happens and it changes to Cha. Therefore, another sandhi will operate here, the Chatva sandhi, and it becomes Kshuch Chita. Kshuch Chita. So all of this will finally result in Kshuch Chita. Kshuch Chita. But is that the sole result of Chatva sandhi? No. So what is the only result of Chatva sandhi is Dha changing to Jha. The point that I want to make here is, even if you know all the other sandhis, you do them step by step and arrive at the final result. And don't put the final result as a product of the Chatva sandhi alone. Operate the Chatva sandhi as per the rules. The rule says change the Dha, go upwards until you hit the second row. In the second row, what you come across, you encounter the Jha. Therefore, you change the Dha to Jha. It becomes Kshuj Shita. That's all. That is the end of Chatva Sandhi. Whether another Sandhi operates or not will be known after we deal with all the Sandhis, right? Only when you know all these 12 external Sandhis will you know what are their domains. When do a particular sandhi, when does it apply? All of that. But sticking to the rules, go algorithm as an algorithm, you change the Stu to its corresponding stew. Change the fourth row to its corresponding second row. That's it. Then Suhrid Jhanchah. Now that is applicable in many cases. Suhrid Jhanchah. Suhrid, the change is the element of stu. Change it to its third corresponding of the second row, which is ja. When you write down the Varga Vyanjana, go up. From the fourth row, you go up to the second row. You'll find ja. So it becomes Suhrij Jhanjha. Then Path Chara. Cha, does it belong to stew? Yes, it does. Does Tha belong to stew? Yes, Tha. It belongs to that set. So change Tha to its corresponding stew. What is the corresponding second row of Tha? Cha. Ta, tha, cha, cha, cha. So change tha to cha. Pach, chara. Again, I'm repeating. This is not the final product. Cha again undergoes the chartva sandhi to become pach, chara. Pach, chara. Okay. As of now, you just familiarize yourself with each subdivision as it is. Just apply whatever the rule says. And one more confusion is that when you write this way, stu, stew and stew, people think you have to change the stu to whatever the para is. That is wrong. So people think that you have to change the, let's say, the here. You'll have to change this the to whatever the para is, which means the para here is ja. So people think that you have to change this the to ja. No, that is not so. You have to change it to whatever its corresponding stew is. And what happens later is not the concern of stew. It doesn't bother. Right? Now the correspondence is very important. This asterisk is very important. Then dhanin shura. Dhanin shura. The na here comes under stu. Shu comes under stew. Sha comes under stew. So change the na to its corresponding fifth letter, which is why fifth? Because na is the fifth letter. 4, 5. Change it to 2, 5. Na changes to nya. Dhanin shura. Dhanin shura. Some more examples quickly. Vishnu's Shriman. So sa again here this is tu, this is stew. Change the sa to its corresponding varna, which is sha. Vishnush Shriman. Vishnush Shriman. Kurutas Chavim. Kurutas Chavim. Cha is stew. Sa is tu. Change sa to its corresponding stew. What is the corresponding stew varna of sa? Being an avargya vyanjana, nothing to go up. So the only the corresponding stew varna is sha, like the first example. So it becomes kurutash chavim. Kurutash chavim. Then tat and chakshu. Ta changes to its ta being 4.1 changes to 2.1. It becomes touch. Touch chakshu. Sannad chalam. Sannad. What is this? 4.3. Change it to 2.3. Ja. Sannaj chalam. It nyut. You see here the para is nya. It is not ya. It is nya. All right. So does it still fall under the category of chutvam? Yes. Stew is cha cha ja ja nya. Nya also is included. So change 4.1 to 2.1, which is cha. Ich, nyut. Jagat and janani. Again, stew and stew. Perfect. Change the to its corresponding stew varna, which is 4.1 to 2.1. Jagach. Jagach janani. Jagach janani. All right. Then again, another sandhi happens here, which is what results in the familiar Jagat Janani. Okay, which is that sandhi? Tell me in the comments. We already discussed that. Ut and Jaini. Again, tha changes to cha. Uch Jaini. Uch Jaini. 4.1 to 2.1. Rudh Jhashaha. Rudh Jhashaha. Now the changes to, which is, what is the index of the? 4.4. Change it to 2.4. It becomes Jha. Ruj Jhashaha. Ruj Jhashaha. All right. And again, another sandhi operates here, which is that, yes, you guessed it right, the jashtva. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 and jashaha. You see this jasha, it is the mridu vyanjana. So you have to change whatever be the purva to its third letter. What is the third letter of ja? Ja. So it finally becomes ruj jashaha. The purva being becomes the alpa prana, but that is not the consequence of Shchutva Sandhi. So that is not the answer of Shchutva Sandhi, but you have to just know that other sandhis can also operate on these byproducts, these products. Hope that is clear. Next class, Shchutva Sandhi. Dhanyavadaha.